Hey YouTube, coming at you with my second Sunshine Cup team, MAGCARGO, Gligar, and abomasnow. So I start with MAGCARGO because I was gonna say I don't know why, but this Pokemon in any limited meta always seems to be one of the top players, and I guess it should not be surprising. It's got Incinerate, which is one of the best fast moves in the game, if not the best fast move in the game. It has a Nuke and Overheat that you get same type attack bonus on, and then it has that Rock Tomb, which you also get same type attack bonus on, that lowers your opponent's attack. So that combo there alone is solid. Fire and Rock can be strong. It could also be very weak. And in this meta, it can be very, very weak because there is ground and there is water. I mean, water is not one of the typings, but there's a lot of mud boys out there. So you're double weak to water, double weak to ground. So to cover that weakness, I did it with abomasnow. And then I'm like, I need a safe swap. So my safe swap was Gligar. Now, obviously, that leaves you with a double water weakness. Some of them you can overcome, some of them you can't. Some of them, like I had to safe swap Gligar into a Quagsire lead, and that Quagsire just happened to be running Water Gun. So it's one of those like you're almost drawing dead. So if you want to use this team, you can do one of two things. I like the MAGCARGO abomasnow core. I think the coverage side they're very well. Abomasnow being double weak to fire. Most fires MAGCARGO will be pretty much every fire except mirror match. You will beat handily because you are half rock and you have the rock tomb form, right? So if you want to balance it out, again, you're already double weak to fighting on this team with MAGCARGO and abomasnow. There's no fighters. So I think if you want to put in like a normal type safe swap and get rid of that double water weakness, I think it would work. So let's look at the battles and why it worked. So Talonflame is a good lead, right? You are going to resist the Incinerates and resist all the flying type moves. So I'm going to stay in and I'm going to throw the Overheat, trying to chip an insane amount or grab a shield. They do let it land. That's okay. So it does not quite take them out. Puts them in the yellow though, which puts them in aerial ace range. I just need to make sure that I'm going to keep switch no matter what. I should have thrown here before. I definitely should have thrown before. I don't need to shield, but I kind of got lucky here. Like I'm pretty freaking low. So if they wanted to, they could like double shield and flip switch, but luckily they do not. Actually, they probably could have just single. So I do get an air lace off on the Talonflame. Keeping switch is huge because MAGCARGO needs to be on this. I cannot have my double weak to fire abomasnow on this. So letting the switch clock burn out. I should have got a full incinerate through there, but you know, the game one turn leg just seems to be a thing in this game. Flame charge is resisted. Everything's resisted. I'm going to go Rock Tomb. They don't know what's in the back yet. Just being able to like grab a shield or do insane chip. That chip to the green is now Powder Snow range. I will shield. And then the spam of abomasnow is going to come into play here. So here comes the first weather ball. If they shield, which I think I remember them doing, I get to another one right after his Powder Snow weather ball combo. So here comes the second one. They're going to have to shield or be taken out. If they do get taken out, they can incinerate down, but there's just nowhere to go in the back here, right? You have a MAGCARGO which resists fire and resists flying. So I grab a shield, which means it is in Rock Tomb range. I'll live a Brave Bird from here, but we're now at CMP, so it does not matter. So they get the Flame Charge off. I get the Rock Tomb off for the win. So yeah, MAGCARGO is just solid. As long as you don't see like a Mud Boy, then you got to get out of there. So Steelix, good lead. They are weak to fire. They are not leaving. So I'm going to stay in for a bit here. And then you need to make a decision, and you can do this either way. You can throw the resisted Rock Tomb and then just incinerate down, or you go for the Overheat and then probably just need to reset right away because you lower your attack times 2. So I Overheat to take this out, knowing that I'm probably going to reset right away on the Gligar. That's exactly what happens. Credilli comes in, I reset on the Gligar, they eventually get into Staraptor, and now I will have a abomasnow on the Credilli after this matchup is done. So grab one shield. They let me grab the other. This thing is very glassy that it is resisting my Fury Cutters, and I'm already almost taking it to 50% health. They let it go. Now that means I've already grabbed a shield, and yeah, game over. Okay, here you go. You can't go abomasnow right away because they probably have an answer. You have to come here. If it's a Shadow Swampert, you could live a Hydro Cannon. I'm still shielding because I'm under the assumption that that's going to be the toughest move I'm going to see anyways. So it's one of those things where Mud Shot's resisted. You can probably live a Hydro, but I don't expect anything else. I mean, you are double weak to ice, so if you see like abomasnow, you're going to be worse to that than water. But abomasnow as a grass ice is also weak to grass in particular is weak to Fury Cutter Airly. So if it comes in, yes, it'll hit double super effective, but you will also hit super effective with your moves and you have energy. So I feel like it's not the worst case scenario. The Flygon does take me down, which means they keep switch. And I will have to instant swap here. And they do have a chestnut in the back, which is huge. So triple team weak to ice, team is triple weak to ice. Unfortunately for me, I do not one-shot with Weather Ball. And I was worried that a superpower would take me out. And now, unfortunately, thanks to the sludge buff and most running with sludge now, they can farm to 10 energy here, throw the sludge, one-shot me because it's super effective on grass, and then get a Hydro to one-shot me what's left here before I can incinerate down. So tough there. Mud Boys are tough this team, I'm not going to lie. Because if you have a Mud Boy in the lead, it's very tough to overcome in your safe swap here. So I would, again, if I was running this team again, I would probably just say, I'm not worried about fighters because there's no fighters in this meta. Let's just go into normal typing on the lead and be triple weak to fighting. I mean, I shouldn't say there's no fighters in the meta. You saw this morning, if you watched the morning video, I was against a Blaziken, and the Blaziken has counter. So there are fighters with counter. I've seen one out of the, when I'm filming this, 20 matchups that I've done so far. So who knows if it is that prevalent or not. What is a mistake here is letting them get off another Swift. I was fine with shielding one to match shields. I was not fine with giving up this second shield here. But I ended up CMPing when I have a ton of energy, so I needed to fight for switch because I cannot have the abomasnow on Talonflame. So yes, I will double shield, even though I did not want to. Just throw the move next time so you don't get yourself into that scenario. And what is in the back? Credilli. So I am going to lower its attack, chip, maybe grab a shield. And I do grab a shield. They'll get to the Rock Tomb, which is super effective, but I just lowered their attack. So it does not take me out. And I will get to my move. Probably does not take them out now, but probably puts them low enough that I can incinerate down. So there we go. They're going to have to throw, or else I'm going to powder snow down. So they dump their energy here, which means they're dry. So they're not going to be able to get to another move here. And now I've got energy into a Talonflame. They can come in, they can throw a Brave Bird. I will live. That's what makes MAGCARGO very tough against all other fires here. I have a lot of resistances against what you're going to see in other fire Pokemon while hitting super effective with Rock Tomb. Flygon. Flygon's an interesting one. Flygon I may test soon. You're half ground, half dragon. So the dragon resists the fire. So I obviously have to come as a safe swap here. You're pretty glassy, but you can see these dragon tails are really adding up. You have some ground coverage for just a lot of the Pokemon, and Stone Edge too, because I remember one landing a Stone Edge on one of my fire Pokemon. So yeah, it can be tough at times. But you're seeing a theme here, and I know I put MAGCARGO in the... Maybe I put MAGCARGO in the title, we'll see. There's a lot of things weak to ice in this meta, right? And I think I mentioned that in my top teams video. There's like there's Credilli, which is weak to it. There is your Mud Boys, which are going to have, Swampert has Sludge now, but the Mud Boys in general are going to have a problem with abomasnow. You got your Gligar and Gliscor that's going to be weak to ice. You have your Flygons that are weak to ice. There's a lot of things in this meta that are going to have problem with abomasnow. And then there's also MAGCARGO and other ice that will destroy you. Other fires that will destroy you. Like this one. Like you get your double weak to fire abomasnow on a MAGCARGO, and this is as close to top left as you're going to get because those incinerates are absolutely deleting me. not much I can do. Credilli, kind of a weird one. This is Bullet Seed. I mentioned in my morning video, half the people are running Bullet Seed. I don't think that's a worst case. I don't think that's a bad idea, honestly. When ground is one of the typings and there's a ton of mud boys, being able to hit super effective with the Bullet Seed and then out spam the potential fire Pokemon to the Rock Tomb just makes it a deadly combo. So I don't mind Bullet Seed on Credilli if you want to use that. But here we go. Talonflame in. I'm down to shield, so this is all sorts of bad. Abomasnow is going to have to try and sweep here, but it's looking like an uphill battle. So MAGCARGO is going to come in and just eat these moves. I may need to throw one, although I remember them Brave Birding and then maybe I Incinerate down. Yeah, they do Brave Bird, which means they do not. This is, I know what this one's called. This one's called dumb. I literally labeled this one, the MAGCARGO dumb, because of that play where I let the first Brave Bird go. I assumed that I could take down with Incinerates because they lowered their defense by 3, but they live, and then I was worried that another Brave Bird would take me out, so I shield, and it's just a fly because I'm not counting. So, speed run of how to lose a matchup here, but you know, abomasnow spamminess gonna give me a potential out here because I just grabbed the shield, and they're gonna have to throw quick, right? Because I'm gonna get to a move very quick, and these powder snows are adding up, and I may Incinerate down, so they have to throw. And I remember getting to a move here. I didn't think I would. I thought for sure they would have another move, but I actually do remember them winning this one. Maybe this one isn't the dumb one. I have multiple dumb plays. And like I said this morning, this is the first time I'm playing in 5 days. And I'm showing every bit of it. I'm showing every bit of the rust here. Okay, Gligar lead. Another kind of weird one. Incinerates are neutral. Rock Tomb's neutral. But Dig is double super effective. So super effective on the rock and super effective on the fire. So even though I land it, I'm still going to shield. I have to respect the Dig. And they do go straight Dig. And then they eventually get out into Credilli, which is running Acid. And I think I switched. I know abomasnow does super effective. I think I was just so used to all those Bullet Seeds, but it still has Rock Tomb. So so it's definitely not the right play, right? Go in with Gligar where it's resisted and you have super effective Fury Cutter. But, you know, I do just get multiple Weather Balls off here, so that if they want to stay alive, they need to double shield. Oh, that's unfortunate. They do not need to double shield because they live with 1 HP and get a move off and take me out. So, kind of the worst combo there. I'll come MAGCARGO and try and farm, and now hit with a Water Pokemon with the shield advantage against 2 Pokemon weak to water. So, yeah. Put in Ferret, or put in Licky, or put in whatever into your safe swap instead of Gligar. Put in Flygon. Flygon connects as a safe swap for sure. Not as bulky, but potentially acts as a safe swap. What are the other? Let me just check what is highly ranked as a safe swap in this meta that you can potentially substitute on this team. Credilli, Gligar, we know that. Ferret is number 3. Well, it's 4 on this list, but there's 2 ahead that are double. Credilli's 1 and 3. So Ferret is number 4 / the 3rd Pokemon on this list. So not surprising. Spinda, don't have the XLs for that. That's at number 10, and Diggersby's at 12, and Ursaring's at 13, and Diggersby's again at 14, and Furfru is at 15. A lot of normal type Pokemon, because Licky, Drampa, like I said, normal typings have a pretty big advantage here, but there are your flyers, Gligar, Gliscor, both Shadow and non-Shadow are in the top 10, so that's probably why I used it. I know it's a good safe swap. I know it's somewhat unchecked in this meta, because it's like Gligar's only got a few weaknesses, ice and water, and there's no like pure water. A lot of them are the mud boys, which you can resist the mud shot, and then the ice really, there's Piloswine, but a lot of people will use Abomasnow, where you hit super effective with Fury Cutter and Aerial Ace, so it's not as clear cut for abomasnow there. So yeah, gligar makes sense, but if I was going to run this team again, I may run it again in the future with Ferret, because I do think I'll probably play through Thursday, Friday here. So abomasnow, shield advantage, energy advantage. Wigglytuff comes in. What was that third Pokemon? I know there was a Confusion user in Oranguru, and I know there was a Charmer here. I don't think that's going to work. Licky, not a fast move user. More spammy, but not going to work in this matchup here. Okay, maybe one more, maybe two more. Some of these battles went pretty quick. Here's one that goes very quick. Oh, instant swap into Gligar. I can deal with a Mudshot user. Oh, it's not a Mudshot user. It's a Water Gun user. So Water Gun, double super effective on MAGCARGO, or single effective on Gligar. You take that matchup any day. They do get to move here. I thought that maybe I could shield and get to a move and like chip it low enough and then burn this clock and stuff. They smartly get out of that matchup. And I think I stupidly go back into MAGCARGO and maybe sacrifice. Maybe this is the dumb one. I think I go in, MAGCARGO when this thing's loaded and just sacrifice it. But you have a Gligar double weak to ice, and you have a Quagsire, a Water Gun Quagsire on the lead that's going to have problems with grass. Of course they're going to have an answer. Of course they're going to have an answer. So Talonflame in the back, that's a top left. Not much you can do with this team comp on that one there. So Diggersby, sorry, not Diggersby, Jesus. Gligar has a dig, but they do not throw it. They bait me. Nice bait. It is a pretty, it's not an easy bait, but it is more easily baitable there than in other situations. So I say swap. I grab the shield, say swap, Shadow Swampert, normal Swampert, probably live with a few HP. Shadow Swampert, it's going to be very, very risky to do that. So I let it go. I shield, and they let it go, and I get the full farm down. So that is huge because I flip switch, and I have energy, and the Gligar comes back in, low on health. So get the Aerial Ace off. Not enough to take it out. Their Aerial Ace will put me in the yellow, but that's okay. What's in the back? A second water Pokemon, Mudboy, Quagsire. I'm just chipping ASAP because I'm worried that if I try to get to Energy Ball, they're going to get to Stone Edge and take me out. So I just want to chip / grab shields, and I grab the shield. So that is okay. They do Stone Edge me, take me out, and now I can go back into my, because they forced them to dump energy, back into my Gligar, where I have a dig that will either take this out or put it with like 1 HP to take out with a Fury Cutter. So, I mean, you can beat Mudboys. Mudboys on the lead are very, very tough. Very tough. So, you either switch out Gligar for a safe swap, or like maybe you try like ABB style, but it's not an ABB style, right? You like lead Obama, safe swap Gligar, hope you pull out a water Pokemon, but you may not. You may pull out a like ice Pokemon, so it doesn't truly work like that with these typings. So I think it's actually safer just to switch Gligar for Ferret or another normal type. Anyways, that's it. Like I said, I haven't done it yet. I've done back-to-back videos here. The one good news about my wife and kids being at my father-in-law's cottage. Normally on these Tuesdays are very tough for filming for me because I'm in the office all day. League turns over at 4 o'clock. The bus is like no frame drop city. So I try not to play on the bus, which means I need to do and I usually bank a set. So I need to do 30 games between 5 and 6:30, get the kids to bath in bed at 6:30 bath, 7:30 bed, done by 8. And then I start making my videos at 8 o'clock. So by the time I do 2 videos, it's 11:30 on those Tuesday nights to make sure I have 2 for tomorrow. So Tuesdays are always brutal, but my wife and kids are gone. They'll be back in 2 days, but they were at the cottage while I'm still working. and I'm finishing the second video at 8:20. Look at that. I have a little bit of a night left to do what I want. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.